The prophecy of the Valais Blackneck Goat. It is a sign and a prophecy that since the enemy did not unleash the prisoners of war, the divine is unleashing the prisoners of war. Operation 666. Activate the apocalypse. I see chaos. Houston, we have a problem. I see the enemy running from their home. More homes destroyed in one day. We are most grateful for those who have conceded, but to those poor, unfortunate souls that are stubborn or too sick in the head to release, it's the beginning of the end. I see in the realm of the spirit businesses shutting down, foreclosures, liquidation sales, giants closing up shop. This totem, the Valais Blackneck, is a prophecy that you are the black sheep of your family and you have become the goat. Your enemies, even those in your family, want to make claims of you now. Oh, it's a little too late. They can see they chose the wrong side. I am shown that the righteous will be taking over real estate from the wicked. Thank you for keeping this spot warm. Thank you for keeping the spot warm. There will be a plethora of plagues to come up against the enemy. Operation Shut It Down. There will be chaos in the ER. And you may think it's funny, but I see the enemy with their legs up in the air. And this is not for pleasure, but I see brackets, metal brackets all throughout their bones. Sicknesses the scientists or the doctors can't diagnose. The divine says, open the bottomless pit. Activate Project Demigod. Welcome to the apocalypse. Oh, you thought it already started? It's the beginning of the end. For whosoever speak it or preach it a lie against a chosen one, against a prophet of the divine, destruction will come to them in that very moment. I see the spirits of war unleashed against the enemy. And they are about to raise havoc and hell against your enemies. I see the enemy under a dark cloud, under misfortune. And this will take place for a series of 6 months. The enemies will get shut out of their accounts, shut out of their homes, shut out of their relationships, shut out of their jobs. This 6 months of torment will set them back 2 decades. Their lives will never be the same. The prisoners of war from hell are being unleashed upon the earth. Think Asmodeus. These enemies will ask to die, and the reapers will turn away. They will become a spiritual and literal slave. Activate slave mode for the enemy. Hello, massa. Eyes doing good? They're like mice on a hamster wheel. Your enemies are being punished for their greed. They wanted you to lose everything. And now, the tables have turned and they're getting their wish. That's why you should be careful what you wish for, Satan. For it is prophesied that the enemy will come running to you, and it'll be you that gives the enemy a hammer. It'll be you that gives the enemy a cup of coffee. It'll be you to feed and clothe your own enemy. It's a fate worse than death. They should have settled their differences and not attacked you and your household. You rise, they fall. The enemy will become unrecognizable. I see their drooping eyes and their Botox just leaking out, their BBLs just popping and leaking poison into their blood. All the while you becoming the goat and the prophet of this time. This season will be legendary. Meanwhile, the Most High has a sense of humor. I see the enemy's house turned upside down. Not so fun now, picking on a chosen one. An eye for an eye. More supernatural evictions are coming. Phase 1 is still in effect. And remember I told y'all that phase 2 is an amplifier for phase 1. And your enemies do not know the hour as to which these phases are going to take effect. I see the enemy in brawls they didn't start because they wanted to fight with you. Now the Spirit is delivering their prayers, but in the worst, most sick, despicable way against them. Welcome to the New World Order. Phase 6, the enemy will lose everything. I see assets, properties, and all their belongings seized. Nature is getting ready to watch as more fiery destruction comes upon the enemy. For this is the season your greatness commences. And you will do things that no man, no woman, no boy, or no girl can do. And to everything, there is a season, a time, and a purpose. It's your season of triumph. All the while, your enemies' days of triumph are over. Oh, happy day. There will be people who speculate that you're dealing with the dark arts. So what? Let them think what they want to think. Ooga. Because the very moment they see or they say these types of things about you is the very moment they're going to curse God and die. Rise, descendant of Solomon, Moses, and the like. Rise. Your anointing just got amplified. For you were made for such a time as this. If you want more prophetic word about the Valais Blackneck Goat, go to 88mystic88.com.